Hello, hello and welcome to Wyckoff Training Academy. Uh, this is a application session of this recently allocated indicators. Uh, so first, I thought I had a plan of recording individual sessions for each indicator, but I thought just to record a indicator session wherein all the indicators are applied and how to look for things when market is in sync and all the indicators are giving us indication. I'll just hide the drawing. So we explore each indicator individually. In this, I think this would be a half an hour or more than half an hour, 45-minute session. So please watch it carefully, repeatedly again and again, and so that you should be in a position to understand how to use these indicators or these tools. First thing first, this all these tools and indicators are based on Wyckoff principles. I'm a Wyckoff trader, and I try to apply Wyckoff method and try to compute it in a graphical format so that we can touch on at least we can get certain or like not certain but like 70 to 80% of the Wyckoff concepts can be uh, like coded and can be used in a graphical way so that the traders of 21st century can would be able to assess them based on the tools and indicators which I have developed. So first thing first, we have, as you all can see, one second, let me bring up the highlighter. Okay. So first thing, we have version 174, version 178, version 181, version 180. This is type tape reading toolkit version 155. So I'm not going to go into detail of version 155 because I have already made, I think, more than 2 or 3 videos, I guess, on this particular indicator. Actually, I this is a tape reading toolkit devised or derived from uh, based on the teaching of Wyckoff, how you used to assess the tape, take a tape. So I tried to compute it in a fashion that irrespective of any time frame, you'd be in a position to assess what this tape reading to where side the market is going. Either demand is greater than supply or supply is greater than demand. So in either ways, either demand is greater than if demand is greater than supply, prices would rise, and if supply is greater than demand, then are expected to fall. And after that, we would be looking at a version 179, which is a trade timing pullback system. This is something wherein, as the name suggests itself, like trade timing, where to time your trade and which is the favorable situation wherein you should get into the position. I get into any order, either buying or selling or opening any order, either buying or selling. After that, we would be getting into price and volume. This is the Vice wave uh, indicator, which was later on I upgraded it in a such a way that you don't have to do any kind of manual, what you can say, computation in it when it comes to adjusting the size. So I'll try to be very brief and so that to the point, so that everyone would be able to understand what we are going to see in this thing. So one by one, I'll just hide the indicators and then we will go one by one so that everyone should understand this thing. So I've applied this indicator on XAUSD on 4-hour chart. So it is irrespective of time frame, whether you go on a 5-minute time frame. Only thing you have to do is just the adjustment, whether you want it in a short term or you want it in a long term levels. So I by default I've kept short term level. So by default, it could be long term or short term also. I don't remember exactly what by default is. But you have either ways you have choice whether to which side you like you want longer term levels or short term levels. So the main purpose of this indicator is simple and straightforward. That is to draw a level wherein a trader should be in a position to understand whether which side the market is going to go and which side we should, or at what price level, or what particular level we should look for a buying opportunities and short selling opportunities. So if the price is going above and if you're getting a bounce, then on this bounce, I would look for a buying opportunity, provided that other indicators should also go in sync with it. Second, if that is not the case, then this is the selling area. Like any price below this level or below this line, particular line, bottom line would be a selling opportunity, and above it would be a buying opportunity. So unlike any trading, unlike buying, you would also look for a pullback to this particular level. And when you're trading, opening a buy order, if at this particular point, like for you're opening a buy order over here, but naturally your stop loss would be underneath this level. And same goes with short selling. If you're opening a selling order over here, then but naturally your stop loss would be here. Because to based on your account management and based on your fund management and or money management skills, you can place your stop loss according to your need and your thing. So this is simple and straightforward. Nothing else is to be see, like there is not more to this. Like apart from this, it defines your level. Anything above this thing would be a buy zone. Anything below this would be a selling zone. We only look for when the price comes near to it or touches this line, or either it touches from above or no, it touches from below the line. So ideally, I like to see the touch and other indicators collaborate, giving us an indication that this has a potential to go either upwards or downwards. Second thing, this is 178 version. This is the name of this indicator is buy sell big trade forex. Actually, this is a big trade indicator. Big trade indicator means wherein you would be in a position to take or initiate any trade, that too on a for example, if price is breaking out, there are two ways to trade based on this one. Either you should look for a pullback to this particular line, or either you should buy on the breakout, and whatever the recent swing low would be. I prefer the low of the candle which has given me the breakout. So if for example, if this has given me a like uh, if I'm buying on this particular candle, and this would have been my stop loss. I'm stopped out. Would be my stop loss. If you would go low, that is your and losses. If that is the case, this was the first entry, then the third entry, and in this third entry, all our risk to reward has been attained. Like if you go with the risk to reward, if the stop loss is of like 1:14.38, so this is excellent risk to reward if you go with this one. And same goes if you're applying. Like I have applied it on a 5 minute, and based on the higher time frame, I sync the lower time frame, and then I initiate the trade. So having said that, big trade is something wherein if you want to use it on a forex like any forex pair, then it is advisable you should use it on 15 minutes. Don't go below 15 minutes because market is highly volatile, and especially in forex, use it on um, 15 minutes and above. Second thing, for short selling also the same thing would apply. Like for example, I entered on this particular candle. For example, let me bring this thing. Short position. Like here, I got an opportunity because this was a candle wherein it has confirmed. So either if you're placing a stop loss over here, that is also fine. But I rather choose to prefer to place my stop loss above this particular candle, so that if I'm wrong here. I'll not wait for this much of my loss to be what do you say to bear this much of loss. So in that case, if I'm here, I'm stopped out or my trade is reversed. As soon as I reverse my trade, I got the profit. And second thing, I got another call. If you want to only trade based on this big trade, then it is good. If not, then you can align it with the rest of the indicators. Like this negates. And one more thing I would like to add into this thing: whatever is in between is not tradable. If the price is revolving within these two particular lines, upper line and lower line, then it is a sideways market. We will not enter into a trade. So this is the case with big trade. So if you're aligning both the things together, then we would get an ideal opportunity wherein here, like for example, as I mentioned earlier, we got a breakout, a test, and everything is if we have to see whether, but naturally it would be red, it would be green, If I remove this thing, if I hide this thing, then you can say it is green. That means we only have to look for buy opportunity. If the big trade is red, that means we only look for sell opportunities. So once again, just give me a minute. So this is how you have to align both the things together. Green above, if this line is green, you have to only look out for buying opportunity. If this big trade is showing you red, that means you only have to look for selling opportunity. Here you got an opportunity, and again you're into the trade if you follow this stop loss and simultaneously price is revolving around it. So this is how it has to be done if you are clubbing both the things together. Now I'll go through the third indicator, which is volume imbalance. So now what volume imbalance has to offer? It will give you, one second, why it is not drawing once, just a minute. Okay, so I'll hide the drawings so that you would be in a better position to see. Uh, okay, the volume imbalance is something wherein there is an imbalance between based on volume between for either in price with price and volume or between price or volume, whatever you want to call it. It gives you a price band, a price level. So normally if you see this price levels, like I'll change the color of this one to, let's see, uh, red for this particular example. So if you see this blue line, this would, if you draw a support level or if you do draw a horizontal line around this one or across this one, you would see price would be this particular price level or this particular volume imbalance would give you a area wherein or a price level which would be respected in future coming sessions. Like for example, this is the last recent one which we had over here. For a second. If we draw a horizontal line from this particular level all around this one, you see this is the line. We have extended this line. This was the first bounce, then second bounce, then price is hugging this level, and it again trying to break, and this was a breakout, and then again price sustained over here, and then sustained over here. Then we see price piercing through it. You would see the price if it has to be, the price if this level has to be broken, then price will pierce through it, like you can see. But naturally, the volume would have been like volume and to this particular thing, a particular breakdown, and then you can see price is coming back to this particular line, breakdown in particular line, and it is being respected, and then price goes down. So these levels are drawn on every time frame. 1 minute, you can even see watch it in on 1 minute also. So then you're going for lower time frames, then the frequency of the lines would increase, and if you are going for a 4 hour or a 1 hour time frame or a daily time frame, frequency would differ. Like for example, if you watch gold spot on this was the level which was respected. Was the level which was respected. Pivoted, this was the level which was respected. This level price didn't never came to this particular level. I shared my analysis when price was over here, I guess. So well, if you like, for example, if I open this thing, you would see uh, I haven't applied the 278. This is the level of 278. Let us, I don't remember the exact date, but it was somewhere on, I guess it was 3rd November. So from there onwards, I mentioned it over here also. Um, uh, relax. So I'm going to apply another version of like version 180. If we apply this thing with us, like this is a altogether different trading system in itself. So if you apply, like for example, before going to 180 version, if we apply all this thing, all the indicators which we have seen so far, it will now things will start speaking or like the chart would be we would be able to assess whether which side has a greater power to go pull. Like for example, we are in a selling zone, price has came back. This is the no trade zone. Here we have a buying showing up, then we have an imbalance over here. So on a lower time frame, if you're looking at a 4 hour time frame and if you want to look for an opportunity on lower time frame, you would like to see any trade setup taking shape over here in this particular time frame. So either ways, if not this is not the case, then if you're only looking for 4 hour time frame trades, then here you get an ideal example. Here, because now if you're looking out for a 4 hour time pullback on this particular level, same unlike this version 174, version 180 that is an imbalance has to be treated in same fashion, either a pullback, a low volume pullback towards imbalance level, and you would short sell over here or open a short sell trade and then your stop loss, or either ways a pullback, a buy trade, buy order with a stop loss here. So either ways, stop loss differs depending upon the account size and your money management skills. So that is subjective to person to person. So this is how you have to use it. Now I'll go for I will review. We'll talk about this 180 version. So this version has many things to offer. This is like I mentioned earlier. Also, many people say this is a moving average or a ribbon or other things. Here we are not here to just. My main sole purpose is to just because we have certain limitation in graphical representation. So if you want to consider it as a moving average, it is your call, no problem. I don't have any problem. You want to consider it as a ribbon, you consider it as ribbon. But what I use it for just to identify the pullbacks. That's it. Now, for example, here I have applied high volume pullback. Why high volume pullback? Because I've shared the analysis of this particular where the price was like if I open this one, you could see here I mentioned this is a heavy volume pullback applied over here. And after heavy volume pullback, there would be two things. One thing would be um, either price would uh, like one second, let me bring my change the color of my cursor. Yes, why it's not showing which option do. Okay. So what will happen? There would be I'll hide this thing so that you people can understand this thing. So what will happen if this is a heavy volume pullback? That means this particular price action had some sort of buying. So if that is buying, then price should resolve in upward side or price should start a upward movement. If that is not the case, then if price is stalled and if it is going sideways, that means there is something which is stopping it from going upward. What would be the thing which would be stopping the price to going from upward or starting its upward move is something which is called as selling. If selling is there, then it should be resolved. It will be resolved in coming sessions or coming candles to say or coming price wise to say. So here also we got a heavy volume pullback, but the resolve was not as per the like if this is a buying opportunity, if this is what if you like many people like to go for a Wyckoff phase analysis, this would be a mini accumulation or this would be accumulation after this kind of distribution. So if this is a accumulation, then the result should be higher prices, but that didn't happen. So that is the reason going with schematics and all the thing is very unrealistic in live markets. So we that is the reason I have developed these tools. So that if this is a buying like if this is an accumulation, then which price levels are of my interest? These are the two price areas, vertical areas, which has buying came in huge quantity. So if this is the buying, sorry, my bad. At least it has to be this candle and this this particular candle, I guess, right? So these are the two vertical price levels which were in or horizontal price levels or entire high and low price levels where the buying was like if there was heavy volume, irrespective whether the like if if we think of in that terms that if this is buying, then price should go like this. If that is not happening, that means this was the area wherein there was hidden selling taking place. So if this is hidden selling, then this area, if you see, would be manipulated by smart money. So that's the reason we get this kind of candle, or you can say if there is, if you apply bar, or if you know how to read bar, then you would be in a better position to say what is happening over here. But this thing resolved in downward progress. So remember, whenever there is a red line and there is a green small lines, that means either it is a pullback, either it is a heavy volume, either it is a low volume pullback. Whenever there is a green line, when and there are small red lines, then either it would be a pullback or a high volume pullback or a low volume pullback. Now you have options given in the input tab to select which side you want. If I apply low volume pullback, it will give me the low volume pullback. Now you see this is the low volume candle, this is the low volume candle, this is the low volume candle, because this it and all my indicators doesn't reprint. The thing it requires is to the bar to close, and this is the low volume of the price. Respect, like without volume, this is the pullback. Now it is a very beautiful thing to have a normal pullback, because what happens when we apply a normal pullback, it gives us an idea if this shows you if the price is about to go downwards in a longer run. Price doesn't have an like tendency to go vertically. It will go in a cascading form or in a staircase form. So either upwards or downwards. So in that case, you can see you would be able to look for pullbacks. Then after the pullback, if price is not sustaining and price is stalling at particular level, and if you're applying other indicators to it also, at that particular point you would be in a position to say that either this market has a potential to either go downwards, or at least you have a fair idea whether where should you particularly short sell or open a buy order. And if I apply all the things together, which like version 81, version 178, version 174, no, now it will change the entire picture of how the things are taking shape. Like for example, this was an opportunity for you. Remember, we are looking at a 4-hour chart. Now, you would say, sir, you told me that you have to look for a pullback. Remember, we are looking at a 4-hour individual candle. So there are many, like you can do the computing of based on 5 minutes candle each, and or 15 minute or 1 hour. So do your analysis based on that. If you're only considering the pullbacks without irrespective of volume, you can see price is coming back to this particular level. So it gives you a fair idea whether the price is going upwards or prices are going downwards. And there is more to this particular indicator. If you anyone wants any detail a video on this particular individual indicator, then I'll make a video for on that also. How to like only on like Wyckoff volume version 180. So I hope you people are getting what I'm trying to explain. I'm and this is version 155. So what I'll do, like uh, remaining 179 and 164, and straightforward. It has like if it is of red color, that means market has there is a high probability the price is going to go downwards, and if it is green color, market has a high probability of price going upwards. So you have to time. This is the only tool which I use only for timing the trade. So I always look for opportunity wherein I get a this line is red and this red line is below zero level. And if I get a pitch, and then as soon as it turns from this particular level, and I get confirmation from this particular indicators, then I time my trade over here, and I also use this wise wave or like price volume indicator you want to call it, and this is how I use it. This is very simple. What I'll do, I'll stop this video here and I'll make another video for 79, 64, and if uh, if I get opportunity, then if time permits, then I'll go dive into version 150 also. So please watch this video again and again for the people who has bought this system. This is the Wyckoff and the closest application of Wyckoff. way of doing analysis. So hope this is, adds value to you. If you have any doubt, if you have any concern, the people who have bought this system, they have my they know how to contact me. Please contact me if you have any concerns or doubts. I'll make another video for it. And this is a very unique way of doing business, and that too in terms of only price and volume. We are, and if you apply 155 and Vice wave or price and volume indicator with multiple time frame dashboard, it will increase your chances of winning, or it will increase your probability of winning the trade. So thanks a lot for watching this video. If you have any things to ask, please comment, like write down in the comment box. I'll try my level best to respond or reply back to you. Bye bye.